rituals of my religion, they connect me to the core philosophy and beliefs of my religion, the seasons, the universe, and the sacredness of the entire life. And main point for me is by performing and practicing religion rituals, the religion is kept alive. It's like a spiritual bridge for the common man to traverse towards the higher Atma Vidya. So yeah, so the kolam means beauty, and manjari is a collection or a bouquet of blossoms. So mine is going to be a visual and spiritual fragrance called Kola Manjari. Now, what is kolam? It's a daily ritual floor art practiced by the women of Tamil Nadu, and I'm a practitioner myself. So it's like sacred geometry, and just with a grid of dots, a whole lot of bindus, you're going to orchestrate beautiful visual symphonies. It's been mentioned in the ancient texts. First of all, it's a vandana to the Bhumi Devi. Early in the morning, without even having the bath, the lady of the house can prepare the floor using cow dung maybe, and sprinkle water, and start drawing the kolam with rice flour or rice paste. And the vasal or the vasapadi or the threshold where the inner space ends and the outer realm begins is very, very important. Now, it is like Lakshmi coming in. It's a symbol of auspiciousness when you draw the kolam. It's also Bhuta Yagna, where you're feeding insects and ants to keep evil spirits away, of course, aesthetic appeal, and asking for forgiveness for Bhumi Devi because you're stamping on her, walking, spitting on her, and, abusing her. Lakshmi is, the kolams related to Lakshmi. She is a Padmasanasite Devi. So let me show you what is the thing. Aishwarya kolam for wealth and prosperity. Then you have the Ashtadala Padma kolam, especially in relation to the Varalakshmi Vrata, which is performed in the Shravan month. So it is a system of dots where you draw the central dot, and then the radial dots go out. Ashtadala is very, very significant in our Hinduism. So we learn how to make this. There are different ways of making the Ashtadala Padma. Lakshmi Padam drawn during Diwali, inviting Lakshmi for auspiciousness. Lakshmi Kataksham is the glance or the, the glances or the look that she gives you, the grace that you're going to get. So this is a kolam drawn for that. And then you have the Kamakshi Kataksham also. Kamakshi is the Ka is the Saraswati part, and the Ma is the Lakshmi part. So Kamakshi Kataksham is also very, very important. Without her grace, nothing is going to happen. So you draw a kolam for that. Hridaya Kamalam is the lotus-shaped kolam drawn from a single unbroken line. You start with the central dot. Again, the radial dots go. Then there's a counting like 1, 3, 5, 2, 4. And you keep moving the rice flour or your fingers, or the chalk, whatever you're doing. It's just one unbroken line. It's drawn on Fridays and on very sacred occasions. Saraswati kolam, this is. It helps us to understand Saptaswara, that, music is also the sixth element, natural element, they say. So when I see this kolam, automatically, Sarigama, Padani, the sounds coming from the peacock or the bull or the goat, etc. come to mind. Vishnu kolams. Now, I was going through the thing. There's a site which, talks exclusively on Vaishnavite traditions. And they have shown this, that you can draw kolams to, the ladies of the house can draw the kolams in the puja rooms. For the 1,000 names of Vishnu have been divided by 7 for 7 days. And from 1 to 143 in the first one on my extreme left is for the Sunday, and the slokas that go with it. And you read it, it's like reciting the Vishnu Sahasranamam. Where Vishnu is, Garuda is there. So this is a unending kolam. It's called the Tibetan knot also, the eternal knot. And it's a Garuda kolam, Garuda shlokam goes along with it. Then the Shankha Chakra, of course, Krishna, for Krishna Jayanti, Gokulashtami, you draw. The red one that you see is the Krishna stuffed. Now, Paduka Kola Yantram, the Desika, Vedanta Desikar has composed, 1,008 shlokas on the padas of Ranganatha in just one night, in 3 hours, as a challenge. So they have given kolams for that. Rice flour can be used. And after you invoke the japam, the aksharams can be invoked through the japam. Now, when you're doing the visarjanam, you have to remove the kolam also saying a prayer, saying the shloka. Shiva kolams are there, this Linga or Trinetra or the Jata or the Divara. Then Shiva is also, in the mode of worshipping Shiva, in the Shiva Purana, it is said that that you can make the mystical diagram of the Ashtadala Padmam even for Shiva. And the Linga shall be placed right in the center. And you'll be amazed that there is a temple called Vadeshwaram Temple in Kannur, which is the only one of Indian temple in this style, where the Sanctum Sanctorum is built in this Ashtadala style of architecture. This was some 1,500 years ago by this Raja. Then comes the Shatakona, two intersecting triangles, the upward facing and the downward facing, Shiva and Parvati, and the Kumara over there, the Muruga or the Kartikeya. The Shatakona is a symbol of number 6, sacred number. And then you have different columns explaining the Shatakona, which you can put for all the Kartikeya important days. Then you have the Navagraha columns, which are like for the beneficial effects of the planets or to mitigate the malefic effects of the planets. You can draw them every day. And the Soundara Lahari slokams are used for this, for each column. Kubera column, the magic square was discovered long time back. You first draw the squares, then you start with the central number, that is a 24, then come down to 28 and turn left to 23, go in a clockwise direction. It is a god of wealth and prosperity, and a coin and a flower are usually placed in each square. Now, Masana Margashisha is from the Gita. Of course, Krishna says that. Margari Masam, as we say in Tamil. And Andal is so famous for this month, entire month, just like the gopis of Vrindavan used to go to the wake up early and sing songs in praise of Krishna. Anda also did that to get Vishnu Ranganathan as her husband. So the mid-December to mid-Jan is a very, very auspicious month, and drawing special columns every day in the Brahma Muhurta Maas is very important, and it's a very important ritual in Tamil Nadu. And so many magnetical or tropical changes take place, which we don't know, which may be beneficial or it is for that also. Of course, this is a picture showing different columns during the month of Margari. Then the Surya Jayanti, where the chariot columns are there. For Surya Jayanti, when it's Ratha Saptami, and for the Tiruvadarai Arudra Darshanam, when Shiva takes the form of Nataraja, performing the cosmic dance. So at home, people draw these chariot columns. Chakra columns, with regard to the 7 chakras. This is the Brahma's knot. We know the Brahma Granthi or the Brahma Mudicha. Unless that is released and untied from the Muladhara chakra, your energy Kundalini is not going to rise up. So this column is, you learn this to understand that, which leads you to the Sahasradala Padma, the Sahasra chakra. So it starts off on the extreme left. You can see the circle and the radial dots. And now, then how it transforms into this 1,000-petal lotus. This is drawn specially by one Miss Aparna for the Kanchi Kamakoti Peetham. Indra's eyes, so many stories from the epics are also become columns, and you learn the stories. This is like Indra's eyes, Indra being cursed by Gautama because of his glad eye for Ahalya, and how he turns, his whole body becomes turns into yonis, but he does a puja to penance to Surya, or even they say that he took a bath in the river Gautami and he was cured, and instead of yonis they become eyes. So this column depicts that. Other columns, special columns are there, like Draupadi sari, mango leaves, or Sita's braid, Edu. And this is particularly important for a place like Goa, where you all said that somebody spoke about rituals being so important in spite of the invasions. Tulsi is considered very, very important in a place like Goa, where Portuguese invasion was even for a longer time than even the British. So even to this day, Tulsi is, Vrindavan is very, very revered. Special occasions, this one, when the Utsava Murti, this year in this particular case is Ranganathan coming out of the temple. So the women folk, they perform, they draw these fantastic columns, and they also know it's transient. People will walk over it, cars will go over it, but it's okay. That is life, they understand that. This for special occasions. The extreme left is for Shashtipta Murti of my sister and my brother-in-law, who were not able to sit down, so they were sitting on the chair. The column, of course, is always there. Then where the Homa Kundam is kept, and the young lady on the right is the mother-to-be, and the column for her, Valagappa, or the bangle ceremony. Then this is for the Kanum Pongal, where you pray for the brothers. A little column is drawn, turmeric leaves are kept, and some, food kind of thing is placed, and you pray for the blessings and good well-being of your brother and his family. And of course, the right side is another festival. The column is a must. Chettinad people in South India have a very beautiful tradition of columns. It's a little different from the usual columns, and they use rice paste. The one down extreme left one is a very important must column for any function. And the young boy and the thing up in the blue t-shirt, it's in the USA, but they are drawing the same thing on a table there, making sure that the Diwali and the rituals continue there in that fashion, and in the puja room and outside the home. So for me, columns I realized are so beautiful. It's an anagram of slokam, which is a prayer, and they mean the world to me, or rather worlds to me. It becomes lokams. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. I hope you'll enjoy it.